finally, here we go to dystopia. Some of the things that I really think could go wrong with Alexandria would be bribing or using someone to gain entrance. So if you knew somebody was having a hard time and you kind of figured out that they were disappearing often, bribing them, trying to pay them or use them or harm them in some way in order to gain entrance to Alexandria would not be tolerated. I would think there'd probably have to be like a screening process or security process for this to keep people. People fighting over trade, I think, would also be a problem because you're trying to trade something. You really have to decide what is worth what. You know, are your coffee beans worth my zucchinis, or is my pasta or bread worth your meat? You really have to decide amounts and weights or whatever you personally or the person in charge of trade in your community or for your business would really have to decide what is equal for you. The making of money would be difficult, and I don't mean people working and making money. I mean like the actual making of the coins. Because like now in our economy we have a problem where so much money was made and printed that there's just so much in circulation, it's causing inflation and all these terrible things are happening all over the world. And I wouldn't want that to happen in Alexandria. So I think that once you have the coins that are in the system, that would be what you get. So every time like a new person was elected, you couldn't have a new coin put after you because that would not be fair. I don't think coins like that, or like for the different regions, or like we would have state coins here, would be fair because then you'd have too much money going on at once, which would just cause problems for people. And like I said, weapons are not allowed in Alexandria. So another problem I foresaw was that people somehow creating weapons, maybe if they worked in like factories or they worked with lumber, they would be able to create weapons or poisons or weird things like that. And that would be something that would obviously have to be patrolled, like, you know, a police officer or security officer would do that. Maybe trade people might watch it in case you're trading strange things with people. And then the final thing that I found wrong with my utopia was that the religious leaders, I don't know if I would want to have like a religious official, like you have the head of Alexandria, then the regional leader, and then the community leader, if I would want to have an overall religious leader, or if each religion could have its own leader, like you would have a pope if you're a Catholic, or you would have a pastor or a father or a rabbi or whatever you would have, but there would only be one. Either way, there would have to be some kind of system, otherwise people would just go crazy. Or you would have people fighting over not having a leader. They would be leaderless, which would not be a good thing. We don't want anyone to be leaderless. That's the end of my presentation. Thanks for watching. Is there any questions or comments?